Cosby, gonna get you, baby. You better start fucking running. Bill Cosby is coming. Sweet bop, I'm right behind you. Got my cloth on rag. Next thing you know, you out cold. Lay you on the bed, 5 years old.
Bloodline, baby.
Right. What happened there? Yeah, it's a good one.
Welcome to the Bloodline with Foul-Mouth Ken and the one and only Cunny Chris. This is episode 9.
What is up, everybody?
What up? What up?
What's going on? Cunny Chris in the house, Foul-Mouth Ken. What's going on, everybody, here on the Patreon? The Patreon family. We're going to bring you some news today for the Patreon family. I made a post earlier today on the Patreon, so in case you didn't see it, you'll hear it right now if you're hearing this. But yeah, we decided that, and we should have did this right from the get-go, is I had a couple of Patreon family members get in touch with me after the rap battle. I think it was Sunday or Monday. And they were like, hey, man, you know, like I only have I can't spare any more money a month than I'm already sparing on the things that I like, you know, and like Netflix and like the bills build up. The WWE app, you know, you're online for your fucking PlayStation or your Xbox. It's like all these little bills that are like 10 to 15 a month, $9.99 to $15 a month. They all add up after a while, these like streaming services. And this is where the future is going to, which is a crazy thing because with Disney coming out and doing what they're doing now with their app and what they're going to have available on their streaming service, it's going to be insane. If you're a Disney fan, and there's a lot out there that just collect every single DVD Disney ever made, every single VHS tape they ever made.
That's crazy.
Those people absolutely will be on the streaming service, and so will a lot more other people. They said that when Disney kicks off their streaming service, they're going to have probably twice as many people as WWE has right now, like right off the bat. So this thing is going to be a juggernaut, and it's going to revolutionize like what these cable companies and what even these big companies like, you know, the movie companies like MGM and Warner Brothers and all these places are going to eventually do the same thing. So for instance, like a place like Warner Brothers that owns the rights to thousands of movies, they're going to eventually do their own thing where they have a streaming service. They don't know.
Yeah, well, a lot of the big networks do that already too, like HBO and Stars.
Yeah, exactly. But no, what I'm saying is they're going to leave cable TV altogether. They're going to leave.
Oh
the
yeah,
air.
I think we're heading in
the
that
only way that
direction,
you'll
sure.
have these channels available eventually will be downloading their app and paying the monthly fee.
Yeah.
So like if you're an HBO fan and you like what they do and they play good movies, HBO is probably going to be like cable companies like that will probably be gone. These juggernauts that have run shit since the day started, they will be gone because these streaming services are going to eliminate the middleman. Because now with MGM and all these big, you know, Warner Brothers and all these big things and Disney, they can release their shit in the theaters and then have it just on their streaming service.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to be like, all right, I don't want HBO, I don't want all these things if they're not going to have those movies available because a lot of these companies are telling people you can't have our movies no more. Only we're allowed to stream them.
Well, it's almost like like HBO could become like, let's say, like Netflix. You know how like Netflix has their exclusive shows, how HBO has their exclusive shows. Instead of having it on cable or whatever, you know, they could just offer a paid app, you know, where you pay every month.
Yeah, exactly. Like
$10,
what I was saying was, if one of these like major you know, filming companies, like, you know, that have been filming movies for forever, they go and they do their own thing. They'll have, like, if you had like an app that had every movie that Warner Brothers ever made that has the rights
that'd
to,
be sick.
Like, think of that library. Like, think of what you have access to.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that's insane for people who are movie buffs and people who like streaming shit, watch it on their phone, watch it on the go, watch it at, you know, somewhere on the road. If you're, you know, traveling, you watch a movie at any time. Someone like who does that would love this service. Who's a buff, like you literally you'll have access to thousands and thousands of movies. You know, and that's got to be the future because it's really coming to that now with Disney doing it, and like, you know, everybody's gonna follow suit soon.
Well, dude, I don't know about you, but I barely watch cable. All my shit goes on stream. I stream everything.
Listen, I still go on HBO. I still go on Showtime.
But I even stream.
I flip through the channels. I flip through channels all the time still.
I do, but I have like, because I have the HBO and the cable, so I get a free, you know, the HBO, whatever the fuck it is. It's not the paid one, but it's the one where you can watch everything.
I know which one you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, you could watch everything that's on demand plus more.
Yeah.
So if I'm ever in the mood to watch a movie, I can't find anything on Netflix. There's never anything on demand from HBO, but then you go on their app and they have fucking thousands of movies on there that you could just flick through and click on it.
That's awesome. You
know? And boom, you're right there. You could stream it right to your TV. I have an iPad. I do have the Apple TV. I stream it right to the fucking TV.
Yeah, I mean, I have, you know, you got the smart TV. You have access to all that stuff. YouTube,
yeah, the smart TV too. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Then you have the gaming system that you can go through. I mean, there's a million ways of going through.
There's a million things.
Yeah. So like, you'll always have that available, and that's got to be the future because now you could travel around with your cable with you, and you say you get to a hotel room. And, you know, you want to lay down and watch some of your favorite shows, you know, your lineup for the night, whatever your lineup may be. And you can basically pick your lineup out now. Like, okay, I'm going to make Monday night the night that I watch these great shows all in a row, you know, their episodes. Or you can binge watch a whole fucking series as soon as it comes out, like you do on so many apps right now.
Right,
like Netflix and all that. So you're going to have this, basically, it's going to be instant. They talk about instant. It's going to be, the future looks even more instant than it already does now, to the point where a show comes out and literally you're done watching it like a day or two after it came out, and like,
oh, I do that with Netflix all the time.
They'll be shooting the next, you know, season like they're shooting the next episode. Like that's what it's going to become now. You know what I mean? With as far as shows and shit like that, they just announced Disney that the guy who is Loki in all the Avengers movies and all the, you know, all the fucking Marvel movies that he signed on to, I think it was an 8-show deal with the Disney app that's coming out. It's called Disney Plus, and he's going to be doing his own mini series show with it as him, as Loki, man. So they got him, who, you know, there's only one Loki, no one else could play that role. And he signed on with them to do fucking... No,
I'm just saying, I don't know if he was coming out with like a different type of show, if that's what he was doing.
Yeah, no, he's coming out with the fucking, you know, regular, you know,
that's
what he's known for, you know what I mean? I mean, he's known for that now. That's it now, you know?
Yeah, no turning back what's that, what do they call that?
He'll be typecast.
Typecast or whatever.
Yeah. So, like, you know, but that's cool, though, because, like, if you get that app right off the bat, you already have access to, like, all this Marvel shit. Like, I mean, if you're a Marvel fan too, or you're just a Disney fan, period, with all their, you know, animated movies that they've had, like dude, they have, I mean, come on, their library of movies. Did you hear
that they stopped production on a lot of the Netflix Marvel shit because of what happened in?
Yeah, because they're bringing everything to their app now. That's what it's going to be. And
no. Well, I guess maybe, I don't know. No, I'm saying on Netflix.
Yeah, they took it all. They're taking it all away from everywhere.
But they're saying that happened because of what happened in Avengers.
What do you mean?
Was it Avengers? Is that what I'm talking about? Where they all disappeared. No,
that's not why, dude. Come on.
That's what I read. Someone was saying that.
Dude, come on. If anybody believes that, that's a bunch of load of shit right there. they're taking it away because it's all going to be premiered on their shit now. Like, it'll be nowhere else. You're not going to be able to get Disney anywhere else, like, but there. And what I was saying before you said that was they have this sick library of animated classics, which has won awards up the ass, that they're going to have access. You're going to have access to this unbelievable library of movies that are classics. And it's never been before like this. Like, you've never seen a library, access to a library like this. And
yeah, it's huge.
But now, okay, that's the biggest of its kind right now, up to date. But I'm telling you right now, if something like a fucking Warner Brothers or a Fox or somebody like that does an app of their own, and they say, okay, all of our shit that we own rights to is all on our stream now. Like, you're gonna see, like, we're gonna have access to anything, anytime, meaning any movie at all. If you're on a streaming service, you will have access to any movie ever made, probably.
Right. Yeah.
That's how it's gonna be soon.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's pretty sick, man. That's crazy shit, man. But I'm definitely I don't know, like, I gotta, like, kind of get Disney. I don't know, man. Like, I'm not gonna watch it that much, I wouldn't think. But
I don't think there would really be much on there that I would watch either.
But
to be
my
honest
kids,
with you.
like, like my kids, they grew up with Disney, just like I did when I was a kid, man. Like, I grew up with Disney, bro. I was watching Disney when it was like, when they had, like, back in the 80s, when it, like, first, like, really was, it was like fucking watching a pay-per-view, because you didn't have access to it as a kid, you know what I mean? Because it was always, you had to pay for it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was like, you didn't have access to that shit. But, I remember watching Tigger and Friends on that fucking thing when I was a kid, bro. Like, and now it's gonna be on this fucking app. Like, who would?
So they're gonna go way back, like way back with the old shit too.
They're gonna have everything they ever had, every show, every fucking movie,
that's
every fucking thing, dude. It's gonna be nuts.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's almost worth, like, getting it just so you can see what they have available. Like, it's probably they said it's the biggest library ever available to the public.
It sounds like it. If they're putting everything they ever put out, I mean, shit.
And new shit. That's the sick part. That, because, Disney develops a ton of shit. So they can, like, all those shows that they had on Fox and that they have on, Netflix, and that they've done it for Netflix, like, all that's over. Like, they're moving all operations over to their own shit now, because they had to outsource to Netflix, who started making shit and was much cheaper. That's why Adam Sandler went over there. All these people went over there because they offered them big fat contracts, all these people.
At Netflix.
At Netflix, And really, if you want to think about it, Netflix is basically your HBO online. Think about it now.
Yeah, they produce some great shit, though.
Think about it, though. That turned into, like, your #1 cable station that you had when you were a kid.
It did. Their shows Netflix. That they pump out.
Yeah. Netflix turned into, like, a #1 channel. Like, that's a channel. Netflix is a channel, like an HBO or a fucking Cinemax or a Showtime. It's a channel, but it's the first of its kind online. You know what I mean? And it's, like, ahead of its time, because it did start out with, you order a fucking DVD and it comes to your house 2 days later.
I know. How crazy is that?
You know what I mean? And now you're talking 18 years later, and you're getting into where, like, now they're in bargain wars now, because they started it. They started fucking... this is a company that just used to deliver DVDs to your house, okay? Remember that. And now it is a company that is hiring actors and actresses and comedians and to sign on and do shows and movies for them exclusively on their shit, on their streaming service. They went online and became a streaming service. I remember when they first, like, came online, people were going on Netflix going, yo, this thing Netflix is cool, man. It had, like, no movies on it. It was, like, fucking all these shit
junk
movies. I was like, what the fuck is this shit? It was like Crackle. I was like fucking watching Crackle.
Dude, I hate people like, oh, you gotta get Crackle.
Oh, fuck Crackle. Sucks. Crackle fucking sucks, man. I always hate it. Crackle was like, all right, I'll download Crackle for 5 minutes.
That's
and
like
look
that other
around
one,
like
too. What's that other one? There's another one.
No,
like
you
that.
download Crackle. It was always the same routine. Let me download Crackle again for the 10th time and look through it for 10 minutes like a fucking idiot, and then decide I don't want it no more and just get rid of it again. Because how many people have done that? I've done that like 3 times. Where I was like bored.
Yeah, Crackle. No, I did it one time.
It was like I watched fucking. I watch everything on Netflix, and I'm like, okay, let me just try something different. And I go to Crackle, and it's like fucking garbage. I'm like, this thing is garbage before I even fucking got it. Like, fucking horrible.
Fucking garbage.
It really is, man. Straight garbage. But fucking, butt fucking.
But fucking.
But fucking, yeah, so that's the future of all this shit, man. We're going to all these, and the pioneer of it all is going to be Netflix, because they're going to have to battle now to get certain movies on their shit. Like, you know, with Disney leaving, they're taking all the Avengers with them. So you're not going to have that available on there anymore, how these great movies are coming out on Netflix and blah, blah, blah. You're not going to have that available no more. And then if the actual production companies like MGM and all the ones that I named already, if they go to this format, right, then you're not going to have those movies available on there anymore either. So, like, what happens to a thing like Netflix? Do they have to purchase what they have on there now and they have to pay per movie? They're going to have to do that, because that's what HBO does right now. You know what I mean? That's what fucking Cinemax does. They pay to have those movies on their shit every month. Like, you know how it switches up once a month?
Yeah. I know what you're saying.
They get certain movies, then they have certain movies leave their rotation. They got to be paying money, obviously, to have these movies on there. So
they pay.
So is that what Netflix will become? So Netflix will basically say, okay, all these companies went and did their own thing, and you can't get all their shit in one place. So guess what? We're going to be the one place that you can get everything at still. So we'll have a little Disney, we'll have a little Fox, we'll have a little this, we'll have a little of that. You know what I mean? If you think about it, maybe that's the future. That's got to be like the future of you know what they're gonna do. I'm sure they're already thinking about it. If they're not, and I am, then they're some dumb fucks. Because I'm
sure they got all their chips in a row, bro.
I mean? Yeah, I'm sure they do. Knowing that Disney and all these places are doing this now, they got to be like, oh fuck, you know.
But you know what, though? I think, you know, like you said, they're hiring fucking actors. They're hiring fucking comedians. They're coming out with their own shows. They're doing this. They're doing a lot of different things. So I think they would be all right, you know? For me, I don't know about you, I don't really watch as many movies on Netflix as I do their shows.
Yeah,
I watch more of their shows and their special like documentaries and shit.
I watch a lot of documentaries, man. Yeah,
a lot of dude. And they come out with some great fucking shit.
Let me tell you what a great documentary is. I'm like a big World War II buff, right? And I watch all World War II shit. Like I just watch it constantly. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with me. I've watched every single mini series you could think of that was ever made, and then all of a sudden, I started getting into World War I.
All right.
And I started saying to myself, like, okay, I know everything there is to know about World War II. Everything there is to know. From speaking to my grandfathers about it, to speaking about to my grandmothers about it who were through it, to researching it myself, reading things about it, and studying things on it, and watching watching old footages, watching fucking, you know, every single fucking documentary that was ever made about it the minute it came out. Then I started getting into the whole Hitler thing. Like, not that I was into him for what he did. I was just into the madman, the mind of the madman. Like, I took an inner look at him, like, because they call him the Antichrist, they call him all this shit. So I wanted to study this myself. I'm not sympathetic towards him at all in any way, shape, or form. I actually grew to hate him more by the research that I did. So it was like, but the deeper I got involved, like looking into it, the more I understood what he was a product of. And like, if you put the First World War and you mix it with all these different elements, 20 years later, you get the Second World War. And that's the exact fucking reason why there was 2 world wars in 20 fucking years in this world. That's the reason why this world came to the brink of destruction at least 4 or 5 times in that time period. It was because of this one world war that broke out for the first time ever in the world's history. There was no way that these people could even fight each other before then. There was no way of them getting across sea, and, you know what I mean, and doing that. To each other.
We were way more advanced as far as
when World War II
technology.
When 1919 rolled around, they were doing steam engines and all this shit. They had submarines, for Christ's sake, at that point already. So it was advanced already, if you think about it, at that point. And you had 2 wars in 20 years that practically destroyed the fucking shit out of more than 75% of the world and killed millions and millions and millions of people. Especially the Second World War.
You ever watched that show, Finding Hitler?
I've watched them all, dude. I've studied Hitler so much. I know the whole. Yeah, I've seen that. I listened to the whole entire book of Mein Kampf because I couldn't read it because number one, the original is not in English, but I couldn't find the book like translated online. Like I could find it online, but I wasn't gonna buy it or anything. And then I found it as a audio book. Yeah, as an audio book, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna listen to this. And it was like a 13-part thing, and I listened to the whole entire thing, you know, over like a series of like a month, and it really is like it takes you on this roller coaster like of what this guy wrote down. It was really fucking just. Some of it was like brilliant. Some of it like the things that he was saying and how he was describing certain things, but some of it was like from the mind of a madman, like literally was, you know. And
yeah, well, he committed genocide.
He did. He fucking did, man. And you know, he was in the First World War, and he was there when they lost, and he was disgraced over it, dude. Like his whole country was like, Germany was like split up into like 50 fucking. It was crazy what they did to Germany, but they deserved it. And they had to pay like war reprimand. I forgot the name of it. War, whatever the fuck it is. They had to pay money to all these other countries, man. But
yeah,
anyway, so back to my original thing was, I started studying World War I, and I found this great fucking miniseries on it. But it was recorded in the 60s. But it's such a good fucking look on the First World War, because it was like, it was closer to when that war was around, you know what I mean? So it was a little more fresher in these people's minds at that point. It was like 1962 or something they recorded this.
Yeah, they probably went in detail.
Yeah, so like, but it told you the First World War, like, because I've heard the story of the Second World War like a million times, you know? So it's like, I know every battle and everything that led to them winning and, you know, getting in the war and the whole nine. But to hear about World War I was pretty cool. And the way that they did it, it was a BBC documentary on World War I, and I highly recommend it to anybody who's into like any fucking war or you know, documentaries or anything like that. It's a classic.
Yeah, I'm into that shit.
It's a classic, man. It's called The Great War by BBC, and it's like a 15-part miniseries. It's fucking amazing. It's awesome.
I'll have to check it out.
But yeah, so that was so gay, the whole 20 minutes. But
what?
Yeah, it was a little gay talking about the war and shit, but whatever.
Yeah, well, you went, you know, you're into it. I get it.
Yeah, I want to just get that out there. I like that shit.
Oh, yeah. There's nothing wrong with that.
Hold on
1
second. I got to do this real quick because I talked about the Second World War. Hold on. Yeah, so.
Dude, you ever... Dude, the German... Bro, the German speech or whatever you want, I don't know what it's called, accent or a language, I should say. Is the weirdest fucking thing ever.
Nein, uns sind Flaggen die Scheißern inside the Flaggen Scheißer. Uns sind Fleisch with my großen Chicken for him Bongasan. And Bunsen Fitchen Scheiger and your Mokos and Ungunga. That sounded like it was fucking African. Ungunga.
Yeah, that was an African German.
Fitchen Schneiser. Oh, nimm Bunsen my Scheißer. Ah, nein. Fitznager 9 in Scheißer. Britschenflanken? Oh, yes.
What is that called again that they eat all the time? Fucking
Brock.
Oh, Wittchenstag eat weiter Brockwurst. That's a flagging Joyson. Yes.
Bro, Brockwurst? What is it called?
Das Boot with the Backwurst. At the Gunschen Flaggage Backwurst.
Backwurst.
Schackwurst and Nevig Logan. Hippen, Aving, Luving, Glaven.
Oh, shit.
Uven, even, Aven, Gloven.
I mean, it is a weird fucking language, man. Shit.
It is, man. Like it
really is.
Yeah, it is.
Can I put my finger in your ass?
Absolutely not. But you know, it is. It's like it is because they have like this just weird fucking thing to it. And let me tell you something. If you have never watched German porn, don't do it.
I never really watched German.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
What?
Don't do it. I'm just saying, dude.
Porn,
the Japs, and
oh well, dude, watching Asian porn, you got to listen to it with the fucking volume down.
It's
bro,
just really just listen. But some of the Asian porn gets crazy. Like some of that they get crazy. They put needles in each other's assholes and shit. But then
but the way the bitches though the way
it's
I don't
nasty,
the
bro.
orgasm whatever like
I know they're like then the other one that was really
like they're crying.
Yeah. Then the other one that was weird was the German one because it was really weird because like everything that I saw from there, as far as like the fetishes and shit, it's like they're into like suffocation and they're into like just punching and
like bondage shit.
Yeah, they're into like kicking the fuck and then like they're like, you know, I'm like, Jesus Christ, what the fuck is going on here? The guy had her like rolled up duct tape, bro, and she was just like, and it was like this little spot where her pussy was, and he had the duct tape open, and he was just, and that's all that you could see is just the one little hole of duct tape, and this girl's wrapped up in this shit in bubble wrap, and I'm like, isn't she fucking like, what is he? This guy's got this chick in bubble wrap, dude. What is going on here? Like, and then this other chick had like a, you know, a funnel. You know a funnel, right? She had a funnel, right? And
what, up her ass?
No, listen. She had a funnel into her nose, right? Into her whole mouth, right? It's covering her eyes and her mouth and her chin and the whole nine around her face.
I know what you're talking about.
And there's a vacuum hose going from that funnel into this dude's asshole.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Okay, like who? What? Why? What is going on? Why?
Well,
like Johnny Holes, like Johnny Holes that night, dude. It was so bad, dude. All right, go ahead. Before I get into that, go ahead.
Yeah, real quick. I just want to tell you. Listen, if you want to watch some funny shit that's in porn, I discovered this website a long time ago. I go to it every once in a while because I'm just sick in the head. It's called efucked.com.
Oh no.
And it's just funny shit and weird shit that happens in porn. That's all. It's not anything like you could go jerk off to. It's just weird shit and funny stuff. Like they have chicks like flipping out. Yeah. You know, they're like getting fucked in the ass or something, and they don't like, you know, they like, you know, they start getting pissed off. Or there's this one guy who like just talks shit to these women, and it's just some crazy outlandish shit. And every once in a while, if you want to laugh and you're sick in the head, go check it out.
Oh God, that sounds fucked up.
It's a perfect fucking website for filthy. Actually, I gotta send it to him.
Yeah. So like I was saying the other night, we did the rap tournament, and I think it turned out really good. And that was the thing that I was telling you guys in the beginning was all the family members here on Patreon will have a 5 points, like 5 points because you're a family member.
They got to call in though, right?
You got to call in, or you can tell us in the chat, but you got to make sure we see it. Like if we don't see it, like we got to make sure we see that. And it's not like, you know, they're not going to be.
What about this too? I just thought about this. Instead of chat, also, what about if they shoot you a message on Twitter or something?
Well, I mean, we could do that too, but I mean, we're going to have to make sure we tally this shit up, be able to tally it up quick, because it's in the middle of the show. You know what I mean? It's in the middle of the show.
Right.
So what I'm thinking is, for everybody who's is on the Patreon that wants to vote, that will be there actually for the show live, because you have to be there live, obviously, to vote. Mm-hmm. So if you're there live and you're part of the show and you want to fucking put your points towards somebody's rap, you have points every time somebody raps. You have points to give. Every time somebody raps, the Patreon members have 5 points to give. Now, if they don't give those points, it's not like it carries over and, oh, I got 5, I got 10 points now. It's just 5 points per person, whoever you want to give it to. And we will add those points towards that person. And let me tell you something. The way that Joe won last week by 1 point.
No, you're talking about.
It goes to show you that those what? I mean, the way that Joe lost by 1 point. It goes to show you that one fucking vote matters in it big time. It matters big time. So if you're out there and you guys are listening to the show and you want to vote on somebody, if you don't want to vote, then you don't vote. It's all good. Enjoy the show. I hope you do enjoy it. I hope you guys enjoy what we're doing, and we're trying to do, you know, fun shit and get, you know, fun shit to involve people in, and, you know, everybody get together and fucking, and somebody's like already saying to me, you're doing it for the money and you guys are making a good buck with that. No, actually it's the opposite. We're actually fucking really losing it, because I turned around and turned the fucking donations really off in between the voting, just so it could be on for the voting on Saturday nights. And those used to be open all night long and shit. So they're actually not, you know, nobody's going to be donating while it's really going on at that point. Well, the raps are not going on, like if they're going to vote towards somebody. Because if they're going to donate, they might as well donate while you know, have a chance to have your points count towards something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
You know what I mean? So, and they're like, it's not a money grab, because if it was, I wouldn't cap the fucking points at 20. I'd be like, go ahead and fucking donate 300 points for your favorite guy.
Yeah, you know that's absolutely right.
But I did that.
You did cap it.
I did that for a reason, to block any bullshit from happening. Because then all a person can do now who's got like a big, wallet behind him could walk in and go, you know what? I want to make this guy so-and-so win the whole fucking thing. Here's $1,000. He won the whole fucking thing.
Right, and then they don't really care about the music aspect of it.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So that's blocking that from happening. It's only $20 a person. I don't care how much money you have. You're only getting 20 points.
Yeah, and it's a cap. You could donate 50 if you want, but you're still only getting 20 points.
Yes,
and that's
part of the voting.
Pick.
See, now that's part of the voting that happened last week. Somebody also complained and said he didn't get the full amount of points that they gave towards him. What they have to understand is that if that person already gave 20 points towards somebody,
that's it.
They can't give any more. So if they donate another 30, that's not going towards anybody.
Right.
Not unless it's the next round. Then 20 of those 30 can go towards somebody. You know what I mean? That's the way we're
only
doing
20 points per.
Yeah. So, and a lot of people are confused about it too. So I'm just wanting to make that clear to everybody here that starting this rap battle Saturday, you'll have a shot to put those 5 points to use on anybody you want. So,
well, I think they're gonna like that.
I hope so, because a couple of people were like, yo, man, that's a great idea, and I'm like, I know, dude. I wish I would have thought about it beforehand.
I know like guys like Sausage and I can't think of any.
Well, that's partially why I'm doing it, because
he would love to participate.
Yeah, because dude, he's one of those guys that really, because he came to me as far as like his favorite shows on here, was like, yo, I'm not gonna be able to watch that, and that's why I'm really on here. So I was like, all right, anything you want like whatever you want, I'll trade it for you. It's not about me getting this kid's money.
No, absolutely not. So I think it's cool that you're doing that, though, because I think a lot of Patreon people are going to want to voice their opinion.
I think so. I think a couple of people already liked it so far. So if you are on the Patreon and you're watching us live, or you are a Patreon member and you're watching us live Saturday, and you want to fucking vote, call us or say something in the chat and get Filthy's attention, get my attention, get Lucky's attention or something, and put your points in. Say, I'm a Patreon member, here's my points, right? So we know, and we can put your points towards that person. If I miss somebody's points during the show by accident, then I just miss your points. I apologize. I just miss them, because it's going to be crazy. Last week, the first voting that went off, we had a 1 point separation after we had to deduct points because somebody donated over the 20, like I said before, and we had to deduct those points. And after all the deductions and all the stuff that went down, Shannon actually went and pulled every single donation that was made so she could count every single thing that was made towards that.
Yeah, weren't her and Filthy on the phone like they were fucking...
Yeah, and Filthy and her on the phone during the break. And I'm like, I got to get back on there. I don't want to leave everybody hanging. So I jumped back on. I was like, all right, I'll do it. I'll continue the show, and you guys keep counting, and we won't declare a winner until it's a count. I felt like Florida for a second, man. Like fucking, so I was like, fuck.
Well, I got to admit, bro, that shit got crazy.
It did, dude. It did.
Dude, I didn't expect that. It got out of hand after a minute. I was like, holy shit, a lot of people really, you know, that's how much you could tell people really loved the whole idea of this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was. Listen, the whole show was great. That show is an instant classic, bro.
Oh, it was a great show.
I don't watch shows. I don't watch any of our shit, but I gotta tell you, that show I watched like half of it, just because I wanted to hear their music and see how it was, and if I could try to improve on something. And I watched it, and I was like, man, this was a great show. And I don't really toot my own horn. I don't toot our horn ever. Like, I don't brag about foul mouths. I don't fucking... there's nothing to brag about. It's something that friends come together and do and have fun with it. And you don't brag about that. You know what I mean? It's just, it is what it is. But I fucking was like, man, that was a great night and something fun to be involved with as well. Like, not only just to watch, because I loved watching it, but something really cool to be involved in. Like, some of these guys came to me and said, yo, thank you for doing this. And I was like, man, you don't got to thank me. Thank you for rapping in it.
Yeah, really, yeah.
Like Heistman was like, this is the first time I've had an outlet to really just like let everybody see what I'm made of, And I was like, well, you were doing your thing on Twitter and shit, you know what I mean? And on your channel. But, he means like in a contest form, like something new every week, something like really showcasing his talents. You know what I mean? Right.
Well, if he makes it the full way, he's got to come up with what? What is that? Three tracks?
Yeah, I think it's 3 because you have next week. It would be
3, right?
Yeah, it'll be 3 tracks. You got to come up. I think everybody's got to come up with 3 tracks.
If you make it.
If you make it. Yeah.
if you're the last guy, you'll have to make 3 tracks.
Yeah. So, so we'll see how the rest of the competition goes. You're up next week, so we're seeing what's going on with that. You versus S. Dollar,
right?
And that's a good matchup right there. And then the second matchup that week, we have a crazy matchup, which I'll tell you this right now. I know this is kind of like, and I want to keep the integrity of this shit because I'm very serious about when I say, I want this to have integrity because I respect hip hop. I grew up around it my whole life. Like I've always loved hip hop. I've loved every kind of music. But hip-hop was always a special thing for me because I like the old days were a very special time for me, like with hip-hop. When I was a kid, Run DMC and fucking Beastie Boys and like that was my shit. That was like my era.
Yeah.
So I hold it very dear to my heart and I hold hip-hop close to me. And I don't necessarily like the idea of this happening, Tommy being on there. But how could I not, if this guy's busting my balls every day to be on this thing because he really wanted to be in it so fucking bad, how am I going to say no to this guy? Like, you know what I mean? Like, how do I say no to him? So
no, and like I said it to.
And in his mind, he's bringing the funk. Like he's coming.
I know.
He's like, I'm coming full steam ahead for you, motherfucker. Like.
Well, say if he does that spoken word, sometimes it could sound good. I don't know if he could make it sound good, but
I don't know. I did hear him sound very good in one track. I have to say, one time.
Now, let me ask you this: have you heard anything from him?
Well, yes, I just spoke to him, and I'll tell you what he says. But I've heard him sound good in one track, one time, where I was like very impressed, and I was like, damn, that was pretty
But,
dope.
but it was is he doing it over a beat?
Yeah, and it was this song named. You gotta let me finish, Chris. You fucking. It's him doing a song, and he's going right to the beat, and the name of it is "Hit That Money," and he fucking really rips this track apart, Chris, for a good minute, and I was like really blown away by that. He just did that, and I was like, whoa, like that right there. I was like, Tommy, that right there. If you did more of that, and he was like, yeah, that's my best part ever. Like, he must have, just, something came out of him that day. Like, he channeled in on some kind of shit, So,
that's the greatest ever.
Yeah, he was like, that's me at my best ever. I was like, what'd you do before that? And he was like, somebody hit me in the head with a bat.
And I lost all.
And for a half hour, I was normal.
Oh, shit, bro.
I'm sorry.
What the fuck, man? For 45
minutes, I was normal. For 45. Speaking of tomorrow on the show, if you're hearing us today, well, this is uploaded tonight on a Tuesday night. Tomorrow on the show, we're gonna have we're gonna play you guys with what could possibly become the newest meme of this channel. And this channel's had a couple of memes in the past, okay? We've had the Fingerling brother, we had a couple of them. But this guy right here, man, when I found this guy, somebody sent me something and I saw this guy in it, and then I somehow researched this guy, and then I found him, and then I wanted to find all these videos on this dude. And I'm in love. I'm in love with this guy. And the reason I'm in love with this guy is because this dude has full-blown Tourette's.
Yeah.
Okay, and I don't mean to make fun of it, which I'm not. Well, I am, but I'm sorry that I make fun of it. But he makes fun of it. You know what I mean? He says shit sometimes that he cannot control, and I'm telling you right now, when you hear this, he cannot control when he's saying these words. He cannot control. Once in a while, he says these 4 or 5 key words rapidly throughout his speech and problems. He says it constantly. These 3 or 4 words. One of them is bollocks. Another one is pudding. Well, no, not pudding. What is it again, Chris? Remember you said it to me? Something about...
I can't remember either now that you said that. You don't remember.
He goes, woo, bollocks. Oh, something, some kind of weird name. But he's from Ireland too, so it makes it a little bit weirder with the broken English. But it's fucking hilarious, this guy. And I had to play it for you guys. And you probably might have even heard of this guy, but...
Oh, I never heard of him up until you started sending it to me.
Yeah, listen.
Today I'm going to be doing a tongue twister video. For anybody that doesn't know what a tongue twister is, fucking when you lick your girl's fatty sideways. Fuck off.
Fuck off. You hear me? Oh, that's one of the side words right there too. Is fuck off.
Did he go woo?
Yeah, he does that woo too all the time, and he says wankers, and he says like something else, and he says it constantly. Those words, right? Constantly. But then once in a while, when he's not saying those words, once in a while, all of a sudden, he'll start like saying like really fucked up shit. Like for instance, if he goes on a plane. He right away, they did this interview with him and they asked him, what happens when you go on a plane and shit? And he goes, oh, when I go on a plane, and he starts saying, all of a sudden his Tourette's comes out and he starts saying what he said when he's on a plane. And he goes, there's a fucking bomb on here, bollocks, to fucking blow up, you motherfuckers. And then he looks up and he goes, oh, sorry about that. And like people are like, what the fuck? Like really weird, like it's really fucked up shit, man. Like I feel bad for the guy too, because it's like, he smashes himself in the head every once in a while, and I'll play a video for you guys, but he like smashes...
that's part of the Tourette's though, right?
Yeah, like he'll like hit his head because he's like kind of like fucking pissed, you know, that he's saying it and he can't stop himself from saying it. Then there's another video on here with him and his girlfriend, and she's kind of cute, and I'm like happy for this guy. Like, man, that's good that this guy got a girlfriend. You know, he broke out of his shell once he found YouTube, because like before he found YouTube, he was all fucked up and wouldn't say shit to people and wouldn't talk to them. And then once he started like putting these not shows, but he would go on YouTube and he would suck helium in his, you know, fucking inhale helium.
Yeah,
and he'd be all fucked up and he'd talk like at this high pitched voice, and he'd try to read like Mary Had a Little Lamb or something like that, and and it would be like, dude, because he was high on the helium, he'd be fucking completely fucking out of his mind saying shit.
Yeah, well, you suck too much of that shit in.
Yeah, so this guy's got a ton of great videos, but yeah, listen a little more.
But that's not what I'll be doing today. Like, I'm going to be doing tongue twisters, but basically you try to say a lot of words really fast and they mess up your tongue. Fuck, karma bugs. I want to see it to mess up my Tourette's as well. So you...
That's what he says. He says caramel, and karma all the time. It's either caramel or karma. He switches those up, right? And then you'll hear the other keywords.
Yeah, let's get straight into it. First one is Peter Piker picked a pickle penis. Fuck, what your fucking penis? Peter Piker.
Like he didn't mean to say that, dude. That's the fucked up
picked
part.
Fuck off! You had a magic penis. Fuck, garner bugs, assholes.
You got a magic penis.
Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Fuck off, caramel for a salad. Fuck. Peter Piper picked a pickled peppers. If Peter Piper... Fuck, Peter Andre's cousin. Fuck off. Caramel fucking fingers himself with pickles. Fuck. Caramel. Fuck off. Woo.
Fuck off.
If Peter Piper picked of pepper... fuck it. If Peter Piper picked a peck of fuck, caramel pickled onion crisp. Fuck off. Pickled peppers. Where did the pack of pickled fucking cubs? Fuck karma. Woo.
Fuck karma.
She sells her body. Fuck off, caramel. Woo. Fuck. There's a little prostitute. Fucker. Fuck off. She sells seashells, but fucking caramel bugs, dead bodies and cats. Fuck off. The shells she sells are surely seashells. Fuck off, caramel. Fake caramel bugs. Woohoo! Fucking big shelly cunt. Fuck off.
He sounds like the parrot behind him.
Fuck off, caramel cunt. She sells cocaine to Mexicans. Fuck off. So if she sells shells on the seashore, I'm sure she sells seashore shells. Whew. Fuck, caramel bugs. Tell you what, that one was actually easier. That's gotta be the last one. That's gotta be the last one. Fuck, caramel bugs.
Fuck caramel bugs.
With a wood chuck. Fucking Chuck Norris. Caramel. How much wood with a fucking Chuck Norris's nipple? Fuck off. Caramel. How much wood with a woodchuck with a woodchuck was cut? Fuck caramel bugs.
Dude, listen to Chuck Norris.
Big shelly cunt. Fuck off.
Chuck Norris is...
So if she sells, fuck off, Carmel, cunt, she sells cocaine to Mexicans. Fuck off.
Cocaine to Mexicans.
So if she sells shells on the seashore, I'm sure she sells seashore shells. Whew. Fuck, Carmel Bugs, tell you what, that one was actually easier than Peter Piper. That's gotta be the last one. That's gotta be the last one. Fuck, Carmel Bugs. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck? Fucking Chuck Norris. Carmel. Fuck off. Yeah. How much wood would a fucking Chuck Norris's nipple? Fuck off. Carmel. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck chuck was cut? Fuck Carmel Bugs. He would woodchuck. He would as much as he could. Fuck Carmel Bugs up his arse. Fuck off. And chuck as much woodchuck would if a woodchuck could chuck wood. Fuck Carmel Bugs. Woo! Sweating, look at me. Fuck Carmel Bugs, that was hard. Fuck Carmel Bugs text.
Fuck Carmel Bugs.
But it was kind of fun. I know, Ralph, what do you think of it? Stand on. Well, guys,
This
I had
parrot
fun.
must be
Fuck
really
Carmel
confused.
Bugs. Woo! Fuck off, I don't care. We had fun, it was good. Fuck Carmel Bugs. Fuck off, right? Just you stand down.
Dude, this guy is fucking great,
Oh,
dude. How
shit,
fucking
man.
funny is this guy, dude? Oh my god.
At least he puts himself out there.
Oh, dude, yeah, he's a funny guy, man. I wish him nothing but the best. This guy, I really do, man. He's a good kid.
How
man.
confused is that fucking parrot, though? You know, parrots always mimic what you say.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because sometimes he sounds like the fucking actual parrot. So it's I think like he fucking fuck karma bollocks. I think he fucking like mimics the fucking parrot, dude. I swear to
Bro,
God.
he says cocaine Mexican.
I know, dude. He winds up saying some fucked up shit sometimes, dude. Like really, like absolutely fucked up shit, dude.
Cocaine Mexicans.
The other day it was my birthday and I got some helium fucking balloons. Fuck karma. Bugs. Woo. Fuck off, Bugs. Big ass helium balloon. Fuck karma. Woo. Bugs. I'm gonna do a couple of nursery rhymes since I know how much you fucking love them. Bugs. Woo. Fuck off. Wait for this ice cream truck to pass. Fucking the ice cream man's gonna finger your child's.
What?
Okay, that's him done. By the way, I don't mean that. He probably won't finger your child. Probably won't. So, fuck karma. The first thing we're going to be reading is...
Fuck karma,
The
bullocks.
bus. Fuck karma, bugs. Fuck off. Bus is crashed.
The wheels of fucking Carmel Bugs. The wheels on the bus go round and round. Fuck off. Cunt Bugs. Fuck off. Round and round, round and round. The wheels. Fuck.
What the?
Woo!
Fuck bullocks.
Wheels on the
Oh,
bus
fuck
go round
off.
and fucking
Fucking
round.
bullocks. The wheels on the bus go round and round. Fuck Carmel. Whoa. Fucking till it crashes and dies. Fuck off.
All through the time. Alright, so the next one we're gonna do is going to be this old man. Fuck the old fucker. Karma Bugs. This old man. Right.
Karma bullocks. Oh, fuck off. Karma bullocks.
Karma Bugs. Whoa, fucking drugs is bad. This old man. Fuck Karma. Whoa, Bugs. He played one. He played it. Fuck, he played knick-knack with my dick. Fuck off. Karma. And he ate it. Fuck. Give me 1 second here. Gonna make a phone call. With the knick-knack playback. Fuck Carmel, the dog got raped. Fuck.
What?
Fucking Chinese cunts. Fuck off.
This old man came running. Woo, Bugs. Woo, fuck off.
This old man, he played 2. Fuck Carmel, he played 2 fucking sluts. Bugs. He played knick-knack on my shoe. Fuck Carmel. Bugs. Not paddywhack, give it all a boom. Fucking gypsy bastard. Fuck off. There goes my phone. Fuck off, Carmel. Woo.
This stuff does give you a light fucking head. And then the last one we're going to be doing is Pop Goes the Weasel, so fuck Karma Bugs. Woo, fuck off. Wish me luck. Where's it? Where's the hole?
Jesus.
All around the mooseberry bush. Fuck Carmel. Bugs. The monkey chased the weasel. Fuck Carmel. Bugs. Woo. Fuck off. The monkey thought it was all fuck her, buds and pop goes my fucking booner, you cunt.
Dude, what in the fuck, bro? Oh my god. Pop goes my boner, you fucking cunt.
So guys, that there's a fuck her, bugs woof.
Karma, bullocks, woof. Oh my god, dude. One more thing before we stop on this guy, because you got to see this guy do an interview that he did, right? And in the interview, the first one he did with this guy was like, it was fine, but he came back and did an interview, but I gotta show you the first one because it's just so fucked up, dude. It was just like, all right, hold on, let me find this shit. It's in here somewhere. Bullocks, karma.
Fuck karma.
Bullocks, karma. Fuck off.
Bullocks, karma.
Bullocks, fuck karma. Fuck off. Bullocks, fuck karma. Bullocks, fuck karma. Bullets, fuck karma. No. Bullets, fuck karma. Fuck off.
Karma.
Bullets, fuck karma. Bullets, fuck karma. All right, hold on. I'm zoning in on it. Here. Okay, here it goes. Here it is. On the fucking 12th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me my fucking speech impediment problem. Nah, I'm just fucking around. It's fucked up. Karma.
Fuck, cunt! Oh, for goodness sake!
Oh, shit.
I'll fuck you!
You bastard!
I'll fuck you!
Wanker!
I'll fuck you!
You get a real job? Fuck off! Hey! Wait! Fuck off!
You see,
Alcoholic bastard! Fuck off!
and you see, look,
Hey!
here's the score, right? You're a lovely fella.
John the Pope.
And actually,
I do nothing.
and actually, right? You're a lovely fella, and beyond these ticks,
Hey!
I want to find out what it's actually like living with this. Because we're not laughing at you, we're laughing with you.
Fuck off.
Don't need to call me fat, right?
Fatty!
That's dead on.
You need to go
But what's
Fuck
it?
off.
But
Wanker.
what's it like living with that every day? Seriously.
At the start, it was, fuck off, same thing. Life changing, it's going to change the way you think about stuff. But for me at the start, it was terrifying, more than anything. Fuck, wanker. My only saving grace is that a couple of mates are in the audience as well. I had some amazing people around me.
Because what happened, right, is you went into hospital. Was it with a sore shoulder or something like that?
I was in school, and I started to get a wee twitch, just like, fuck. Gypsy bastard!
Yeah.
And then it turned into like a wee spasm thing.
Yeah.
It was, school rushed me straight up to my auntie's house. My auntie took me straight up to the hospital. Fuck! Went to the hospital, got the best drugs I've ever had in my life, I swear to God. Fuck! Wait, seeing things and that was great. Woke up the next day, still had that twitch. The twitch went from this arm to this arm, to that leg, to that leg. I was just slowly asking. Right!
And when did the verbal tics?
2 weeks in the hospital. First thing I ever shot was hay. Because I had.
Terrifying, Lewis, right?
It's absolutely terrifying, but I'm glad that I had the people around me that I had. Fuck, because that there's what got me through it at the end of the day.
Yeah. And did you ever have any stage?
So this guy, he winded up after this interview like really budding and coming out of his shell, dude.
Wow, so it just started with a twitch, huh?
Yeah, dude, it started with a twitch in his fucking shoulder, bro. It started with a fucking twitch his shoulder, dude. Isn't that fucked up?
Yeah, it is.
It started with a twitch in his shoulder, and then like 2 weeks later, he started like, saying like fucking shit, and he didn't know what the fuck it was at first. He was like, yeah, check this out.
So since he was last on my show a year or so ago, Lewis developed Tourette's syndrome.
This is Cream from GTS Wrestling, and you are watching the Foul-Mouth Network.
That he cannot help himself from saying certain things. So just a warning that there may be some bad language tonight.
I live in Calculacian Bangor.
I fucking like creme brulee.
I don't really like
And he said, I really don't like creme brulee.
Being different is a great thing.
Stop musicians books and fucking bollocks. Poetry. Social media has changed my life.
Go to fucking jail.
It gave me more confidence.
Don't cut my hand off.
And now it's giving other people with Tourette's more confidence.
Get a real job. Fuck off.
Being Stephen Nolan's guest in the biggest talk show in Northern Ireland was a real privilege and a massive breakthrough. It made me think about the job of a talk show host. Wouldn't that be the most craziest thing anybody with Tourette's could ever want to do?
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Lewis Nichols.
Kermit.
Fuck up your ball bags.
Your ball bags.
We wanted an update because the last time you were on this...
He said, shut the fuck up, your ball bags.
Punch me. Wankers Carmel bugs.
And then you went off.
Fuck.
And you were a chat show host. You got your own TV show.
Yeah, I'm coming for your job next, mate. Don't worry about it.
I want to show people a little bit of what you achieved since the last time you were in Northern Live. Have a look at this.
This is brilliant.
Look, this is what he achieved. Watch.
Jonathan Ross, Graham Norton, people as big as that filmed here, and now I'm about to.
Hi, we're the Vamps, and we are going to be meeting Lewis.
I'm sitting here with Nadine Coyle.
Fuck Carmel bugs. And here I am.
Fucking good.
That's what we said.
That was it. That's what he achieved.
That talk show was probably one of the best experiences of my life.
That was it?
That was it.
And, whoa, I had a gangbang.
Oh my God, dude, he said he had a gang.
You know what? We didn't actually do it. We were only talking about it, right? No, fuck Carmel bugs. It was definitely the best experience of my life. And
tell me why.
Because, mate, see, whenever I came on here and spoke to you that first time, fuck Carmel bugs. Whoa. Just looked like an easy job.
Dude, but the guy is like, the guy is funny. Like, and then, dude, then he got a girlfriend, bro, and he like really started to become like this YouTube star in Ireland where he lives.
I wonder how they fuck.
Oh, it seems just fine. Like he just,
I'm fucking this bitch like Karma.
They're like in bed together, and they're like all of a sudden here,
Fuck bullocks, Karma.
she's like, you all right?
I'm fucking you like Karma.
I'm fucking you like Karma. Bullocks, fuck you. Fucking you
bet
like
you he does that when he
Karma.
busts it- when he
I'm
busts
fucking you
his
like
nut.
Karma.
Oh, Karma. Oh, Karma. Oh, Karma. Oh, I feel bad now.
I'm fucking you like Karma. That is so fucked up, dude.
Shut the fuck up, you ball bags.
Shut up, you fucking ball bags. I'm fucking you like Karma. He told the whole audience to shut the fuck up, you ball bags.
And they just kept applauding.
Yeah, I know. Like he can get away with it all, dude. He just
that's
can't
like
go.
That's like that episode of South Park when Cartman pretends that he has Tourette's.
He just can't go to the movie. He can't go to the like the airport, bro. It's like a big no-no for him.
Well, you can't go into a lot of places if you think
well,
about
the
it.
airport is like one of the main things he cannot do. Like,
well, I mean, like, how do you go to? You can't go to a movie theater.
No, you can't, man.
How you gonna? You can't sit through a movie.
Why can't you just put like a muzzle on your shit, like so you can't talk? Like, you
I
put
don't know. Is that something that you live with forever?
I think no, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Is there medication or something? I don't know.
I don't know, dude. To tell you the truth, man, I really don't know.
He's going to lose all of his hair because I got a bet right then and I'm fucking gonna stab you. Wankers.
I hope you don't stop.
I'm gonna stab you,
wankers.
Wrestling, and you are watching the Foul-Mouth Network.
Oh, I am a new barber, man. I feel like a Turk. Right, we're going.
Don't choke me around it.
Right. So, he lost the bet. I got 10,000 likes, 5,000 shares, 5,000 comments, 2,000 shares. In under 24 hours, 12 hours I had a week. You ready to lose your hair, man?
I'm sitting here freaking out.
Fuck, good.
Right, here we go.
He's not that bad here.
Oh my god, this is fun.
He's not even that bad. Oh shit.
Yeah, right there he was.
You know you can knock cut hair.
That's my first time doing it, bro.
Wankers, bullocks.
Look short.
It's pretty damn short, bro.
Yeah.
Da da da. Fucking baldy prick.
He said fucking baldy. Yeah. Next thing you know, he's gonna imagine he started blowing the guy. He's like, wankers, bullocks. Oh, wankers. You wankers. Bullocks. Oh, bollocks. There was one.
Bollocks, let me suck your cock.
Yeah, right. He starts, oh, wankers, sucking off wankers. No, you are the fucking wanker. You fucking wanker. You fucking... Yeah, but
Wank my wanker.
I was very surprised to see him with a chick, man. It was like kind of freaky, like, but the girl was actually really cute, and I was like happy for the guy. Like, wow, man, that's awesome that he found somebody, you know? Because there's somebody there is somebody for everybody out there, you know?
Absolutely.
A guy like him that has really bad Tourette's, it's like, you know, very hard to find a woman, you know what I mean? Like, and it seemed like she didn't care. Like, she was just like, whatever, I really don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
You know,
man, well,
which
that's a
was
real
really
chick
cool.
right there.
Yeah, man, which was really cool, and she's very cute, you know. So it's not like, you know, I mean, I was very impressed, man. I felt good for the guy. I mean, listen, I was sitting there laughing at him for a fucking hour straight.
Yeah, but look, he's putting himself out there. He wants people to laugh.
He does, because he says that he brings awareness to it by laughter.
Yeah,
and he knows that people are gonna laugh about it anyway, and he says he wants them to laugh with him, not at him. You know, like that guy said.
Yeah,
so it's like,
and I tell you what, he brought awareness to me. That's crazy. I didn't know you can get that shit like anytime.
Yeah, it's yeah, dude, it's there. It just exists. Like it could hit. I don't know if
that's crazy.
I don't know about it hitting anybody. Like if it could hit anybody at any time, I think it has to be like, in your genes or in your blood or some shit, right?
Maybe, yeah. Maybe it was a dormant thing that just started, that showed itself.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Oh,
but still, that's great.
What is the crap? What is the crap, my cue ballers? You know the drill by now. I'm cue ball.
You are watching the Foul-Mouthed Network.
I'm not just bringing the sort of called Tourette's thing. It makes me say things, makes me do things. Fuck Carlo bugs. Whoa. That are involuntary, I cannot control. But let's get straight to the fucking video. Fuck Carlo bugs. So you might remember a while back I did Tourette's on helium bugs. Woo. Well, today we're gonna do it part 2 by. So while I am sucking on the helium, I'm gonna read out a nursery fucking ball bags. I'm gonna get high. Wankers.
Wankers.
As I suck on the helium, I am gonna sing you out a wee nursery rhyme.
A wee nursery rhyme.
So if you feel it for a second long, I don't really care. So fuck harm. But first one we're gonna do is the Grand Old Duke of York. And remember this voice, because it's gonna change. There was a grand old Duke of York. Oh fuck no, I read it wrong, boy. Fuck Harna. Whoa, you gypsy. Fuck off.
Gypsy.
Oh, the grand old Duke. Fuck off, making might you slut.
Wankers.
Yeah, 10,000 men. Fuck Harna. Bugs.
Fucking Garnell, him and his men had a gangbang, fucking rape at Salor. Fuck that balls. He marched him up the hill and back. Yeah, fuck, I can't even read. This shit makes your eyes go funny. He marched him up the top of the hill and marched them all down again. Fuck, how the butt. Woo! Fuck off.
Right.
He sounds just like a fucking parrot.
When they were up, when they're up to have booners. Fuck off. Whoa, Karma!
Whoa!
They're down, Karma. And when they're only halfway up, they were neither up or down. Fuck Karma, bugs. Whoa!
Fuck. Right, let's go to the second one.
Yeah, Jesus, man, this guy's sucking down balloons.
B-I-N-G-U. Fuck Karma, bugs.
There was a the farmer had AIDS. Fuck off, there was a farmer had a dog and bingo. Fucking Carmel, bingo, I won. Fuck off, won a dildo. B-I-N, dick, wankers, Carmel, B-I-N-D-O, B, fucking bitches and dickheads. Fuck off, bingo was his name, oh, fuck Carmel, bugs. Well, guys, I hope you liked the fucking video. Fucking dickheads, fuck off.
Well, guys, hope you liked the video. Make sure to hit the thumbs up if you did. If you didn't like it anyway, just give it a thumbs up because you like me, because I'm a good crack. Fuck Karma, folks. Woo. Well, guys, I'm Lewis Cue-Ball Nickel. That over there's my dog Scruff. Don't really need to know about him, but you will anyway. Fuck Karma. Spit, did I slap her? Replay that.
No, dude.
Alright, guys, absolutely loving the Cue-Ballers. Fucking peace.
Fuck.
Fuck Karma, bullocks. Oh, fuck Karma Bullocks.
That came out though. Shit,
Oh my
man.
god, fuck Karma Bullocks. Oh, fuck. Don't forget to hit the like button. Oh, fuck Karma Bullocks, fuck. Fucking diction cunts for 500. I'll take a set of cunts for 500. $5,000. 500. 500. Chris, do you know what time it is?
Huh?
Do you know what time it is?
Yeah.
What?
10:19.
10:19, Chris?
Yeah.
Well, guess what?
What?
Brain Games is now over.
I am the Trap King.
That was Bloodline with Foul-Mouth Ken and the one and only Cunny Chris here on the Foul-Mouth Network. Shout out to the Patreon family. See you next time on Bloodline.
I am the Trap King, baby.